Hey everybody, it's Joseph Shepard and welcome to Exposed in Vegas because I'm here in Vegas and I said, why not get some of the Vegas girls here? She is simply the breast. It is Fantasia Royale Gaga.
Hello everyone. Hi, Joseph.
Hi, babe. I'm so excited to have you here. I know we've been trying this for some time.
Yes.
But I'm glad that it's finally happening because I just want to tell you to your face, the amount of personality and drive and ambition and like what you showcase on your Instagram through TV, whatever it is, this confidence that exudes you, this performer energy that exudes you, like, I'm like, I want to be you one day.
Oh my gosh.
No, seriously. It's
Don't
like,
make me nervous.
where does the confidence come from?
I mean, honestly, it started like as a child. I've always had this confidence about myself. Like I didn't care what people thought about me, and like I was always like a joyful child. Very like I love to experiment. I was just that one person in the school that everybody loved. Teachers, the kids. Like yeah.
You a theater girly?
I am. I went to the School of Arts all through school. Well, not all through school, but like my mom made sure, well, in middle school and high school I did, but like in elementary and stuff, my mom made sure she had me in like the arts programs and stuff like that when we discovered that I could sing and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have like any favorite musicals or anything that you gravitate towards?
I would have to say right now the Betty Boop.
Betty Boop.
Yes, like that's the current one.
Yeah.
When I went to see her, Jasmine, she was amazing. When I went to see her, I was just like in awe because I was like, finally I get to see it live, you know, because that's one of my inspirations.
I can see you playing Betty Boop.
I that's one of my dreams. So actually, that's one of my dreams to like one day get cast as a Betty Boop for like a musical.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I think we're putting the atmosphere.
That's put in an atmosphere.
You were born in Jacksonville.
Yes.
Florida girly. And I know that when I was researching and doing some look into like your life and everything, you know, you said that you left the house at like 15. And there was a quote that you had in an article that really resonated with me. It basically was saying that when I was old enough, I learned being a trans individual won't stop me from going to heaven. And I think that that really stuck out to me because I grew up in the South, Southern Baptist. My mom, when she found out that I was gay, she called me. I was in Atlanta and she screamed on the phone that I was going to hell. We didn't talk for 2 years. And it was just this thing that was ingrained into my head. And it took forever for myself to accept that I'm not going to go to hell because of that. How did it come to you? Like, how did you realize that?
When I started gaining my own knowledge about like Christianity, religion, and all that stuff. Of course, when you grow up and you're in the household with your parents and stuff, like they teach you what they want to teach you. But then at some point, you get to a certain age when you want to start getting your own knowledge about things. And it was really hard for me because it was hard for me to like, so right now, I'm a very spiritual person, but I'm not a religious person, you know, like it just took for me to like just gain my own knowledge about what I want to accept and what I don't want to accept, or what I feel like I'm going to break this generational curse. Like just because that's how y'all grew up, just because that's what was instilled into y'all, that's not what I believe. You know, that's not what I believe. Like I don't even believe in a heaven or a hell, to be honest. Like, I really don't. I believe there's an afterlife, but I don't believe it's a heaven or hell. Because, I mean, like, come on. If we really want to put people in a heaven or hell, most of the Christians, I would say, you're going to go to hell.
Yeah.
You're going to go to hell. And I know that for sure because there's so many like corrupt people in Christianity, and it's crazy. And I know that firsthand. Like the same people that sit before y'all and preach and be up there, the same people that's leaving the church and going to get their dicks up.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I don't know if I can say that. Or the same ones that, like, honestly, the same ones that were talking to me on the chat line, or the same ones that like right before service, you know, it's crazy. So I just don't believe in any of that anymore. Like, I know I believe in God,
Mm-hmm.
and I believe there is a God, and like I said, I'm a very spiritual person. I connect with like spirituality, but that's it.
Yeah.
So that's how it came about.
The current climate today too is insanity. And I know, being a trans individual for yourself, I can only imagine the craziness that is happening now with the administration and things that are going through. And I know that there were a lot of fan questions from trans individuals on my YouTube that wanted to know, like, what is your positivity that you look at through everything?
Just, you know, remain invisible, being vocal, you know, they're not going to erase us.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not going anywhere. So I'm not going to go into hiding. I'm not going to be scared when I go out to society. I wake up every day and I go out into society as a proud trans woman. Mm-hmm. And I'm being visible. I'm constantly being across their social media, constantly being across their feed pages, you know, being myself, showing them that we're more than just our genders or our sexuality. We're human.
Yeah.
And we exist, and we're not going anywhere. I mean, we've been around for years, and I that's why I love, you know, going out and posting my videos and like making sure that they're on their feed, because whether you want to see me or not, you're gonna see me, honey. Okay, I'm all over your TVs. Like,
yes.
like T.S. Manson say, baby, I'm everywhere, honey. I'm all over your TVs, on your YouTube channels, everywhere. Like, you can't resist me.
And I love that.
You can't resist us.
And that's what needs to happen. It just be visible, because literally it's kind of like all this fucking shit with the Epstein stuff. It's like the more people keep talking about it, and the more that keeps going, you keep pushing people and you keep putting it in their face, eventually something's going to have to happen. Yeah. So it's like, here we are, accept us for who we are. We're not going anywhere.
Not going anywhere. And I mean, it's just so crazy, because like, those same people are the people that love us the most. That's why they keep talking about us. That's why they can't get enough of us, because they love us.
They love the girls.
They love us, but they love us when it's convenient for them.
Yes. And
that's what I had to like cut off. Like, no. It's not going to work that way.
How did you set that boundary?
Honestly, like, when I stopped sex work, like, I was like, no. I was done with it. I'm like, now the ball is going to be in my hand. It's what I want to accept or what I want to deal with. You know, at that time, you had to make a living. You had to do what you had to do. So honestly, when people walked through the door, you didn't ask them what their political beliefs was. It was like, okay, give me my money, blah, 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 and go. But then I realized that no, I'm not just going to be an object that you come and glorify when it's convenient for you, and then you go back to your family, and you go back to your business, and you go back to voting against us and stuff like that. And I mean, like, honestly, like you can't string everybody, but I do now have the ball in my court. I date and I deal with people that I want to deal with. I don't have to do that anymore.
I want to get into your career because you have a very illustrious long career. You have a lot of high moments in there, and you're still going strong. You're still on the fucking Vegas Strip. You're doing your thing. When I looked you up on Wikipedia, the Wikipedia article says the following: you are an American showgirl, drag performer, and entertainer. I would love to know from you, like, what the difference between like a showgirl and doing drag is, and like, when you were a showgirl, what the difference were in like a night. Like, what would a night be like if you were like performing?
So I like to, like, as a trans person, just my personal opinion, I like to call myself a showgirl.
Okay.
That's my definition of, you know, everything. But also, like, I'm a trans individual that I do drag, but I still consider, like, I'm a showgirl. Some people say, what do you do for a living? I'm a showgirl. And this, before I even came to Vegas, that's just what I consider myself. I think that sounds a little better than saying, like, I'm a drag queen. Because I feel like a drag queen is someone who, you know, a guy that dresses up. I mean, this is how I was raised. A guy that dresses up and they do drag. Drag is an art form, but a drag queen is different from a trans woman doing drag. In my opinion. That's just my opinion. Maybe some people agree, maybe some people don't. But yeah.
No, but that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And it also is like this, I love the idea now that you're in Vegas and you're a showgirl. That makes it like
so
even
it makes
crazier.
it even better now.
Yeah.
But the difference is in Vegas, a showgirl are the girls that walk the strip. And like, not escorting or anything, but they be in the costumes and stuff, and people take, cause one of my friends is a showgirl. So I learned the difference here, cause I would be like, oh, I'm a showgirl. And they'd be like, oh, you be on the strip and stuff. I'd be like, no. Like I work in the clubs and stuff like that. Yeah. So that's the only difference.
Are you a fan of the movie Showgirls?
I didn't watch it.
Okay. I was expecting
maybe
this.
I had to give it a visit, but I haven't watched it yet. Is it Boo? Maybe that's
I went and saw it for the first time in the cemetery in LA. So they do like movies at the cemetery.
At the cemetery?
Yeah.
What the hell?
That's what I'm saying. So they, during the summer in LA, there's this theater. I mean, this cemetery called the Hollywood Forever Cemetery. Like a lot of like famous actors and stuff have been buried there. But what they do is on this lot, there's no dead people or anything, but you are on this big grass lot. They play movies, and a lot of times, like somebody from the movie will come and like intro it or something. So you have like a picnic, and
under you, 6 feet under, there's bodies,
and that's around you.
Okay. I mean, I had sex in a graveyard once.
What?
Yeah. So having a movie theater is.
Was it planned? Like, did you plan like let's go to a graveyard?
No, like I got some crazy stories. So when I was younger, and of course before it was like the internet and stuff, you had to walk the streets in order like to escort and stuff. And one of my dates, I got in the car, and that's where they drove me to. And so that's where I did it at.
I'm just like, I think that, were you scared? Was there a feeling, or was it just like, oh, this is like a crazy place?
I was just trying to get my coins. I didn't care.
Yeah.
I was young. Like, I didn't care. I was like, okay, give my coins, do what I got to do, and bye.
You ever had spooky sex? Ooh.
Your drag career and your name, I know that you have like your Fantasia came after Miss Fantasia from American Idol.
Yes.
I want to go back to those days. Do you remember those days? American Idol season 3?
Oh my gosh, yes. I remember she was sitting on the ground and she did the summertime. And I went and bought me a little dress that went out, my little shortcut. And at that time, one of the main entertainers in Jacksonville, her name is Tatiana. Love her, amazing entertainer. She don't do drag anymore, but Tatiana at that time, she was doing Fantasia. So like she would, be known for doing this stuff, but then I would come out and be like, okay, I'm going to do it on a talent show, or I'm going to do it here. And at the time, my gay mother, Smiley, said, no, your name is going to be Fantasia. And my name was Fantasia St. James Royale. And then I dropped the St. James after a while, and then it was just Fantasia Royale because my gay father, my chosen father, he's been my father since I started. That's how I always had Royale, from the Caribbean, from the Bahamas. That's our last name. And she said your name is going to be Fantasia, and that's how I got Fantasia.
Have you ever met Fantasia?
No, but I would love to one day.
I love that she's still doing her thing.
She was here last weekend.
No!
In concert, but I was like at Gaga, then I was working, so I didn't get to go, but
So you went for one part of your name, but not the other part.
Not the other. But I will see her. I will see her.
She's
and
incredible.
I want to meet her and let her know the story. Fantasia, if you're watching, I love you, girl.
You have won over 25 pageant titles. I just wanted to know from you, like the pageant world and stuff. I know that I've talked to a lot of girls who have been doing pageants, and they feel like with the influx of like Drag Race and the influx of these shows, that the authenticity and the love of pageants has kind of dwindled a little bit. Do you feel like because one medium has become more popular that the pageant system is kind of taken a hit?
No, I don't feel like that. I think that it's just like now they're expensive. That's the issue. It has nothing to do with like, like the television shows and stuff now. It's expensive. You don't have the sponsors like you used to have. You know, now you got to go out and you got to spend your hard-earned money on all this stuff. Like, and especially if you want to win, and then you go and then you compete and you don't win, but it's your goal, it's what you want to be. And then the next year you go and you have to get a whole new package. Like, it's just become expensive. So it just, like, for me, that's kind of like why I kind of stepped away from it, and I only do like pageants that I really want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And the money is not like it used to be.
Yeah.
Honey, okay.
You said the sponsor thing, and
We
I
went through
totally
a whole
forgot about
pandemic.
that.
Yeah, like, okay, like back in the day, you had a lot of sponsors. You had people that you know will and you still have them, but it was a way more back in the day.
Mm-hmm. So, pageants, Dragula, Hot Haus, all competitions. Do you thrive on the competition thing? Do you like the idea of like competing with other people?
I do.
Yeah.
I do, because it's fun. You know, you have a lot of amazing people together, and different art and different packages and stuff, and we all go on stage and let it all out, you know, and may the best woman, man win. You know, I love it. I love competing because it allows me to put my best foot forward.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it gives me a thrill. It's like, okay, let's see what's going to happen. Honestly, when I did Hot Haus, it was my first television. I was nervous as hell, but I was like, honestly, I didn't know I was going to win.
Mm-hmm.
I really didn't. Like, I went into it like, this is my moment. This is my reality television break. Something that I always wanted to do. But I guess like my personality and my confidence just, once the cameras roll, I was like, okay, let's do it, you know? And I just, I remember like when I made it to the top 2, I cried so bad, like off the
camera,
the camera. I cried so bad because I was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm in the top 2, like, I could really win, you know, but, you know, you just never know how it's going to go until you, like, in that moment.
And you had Miss Tiffany New York Pollard as
oh my God,
host.
I was gagged. When I found out that she was going to be the host of the show and all that, and when I first met her, I was just like, oh my gosh! Like, because, you know, we grew up watching her on TV, and she is the HBIC, honey,
She is.
okay? And, yeah. She's an inspiration to me also, like, when it comes to reality television. I'm like, I want to have a long run just like her. I love you, Tiffany.
What was it like being in the same vicinity as her? Because before I did any of this stuff, I was producing on reality TV, and I was her producer for a show called Famously Single on E! And let me tell you, the times that we had together, the crazy stuff that we did together.
Yeah. Jessup, I love you so much.
I love you so much, Tiffany.
You literally got me through this season.
She is just a bundle of joy and energy, and she knows exactly the industry. She knows exactly what to do.
It's just, you know what amazes me about her is how she can turn it on and off. That takes me up. Like, literally, like, they'll be like, okay, it's time for us to do this. And then she, boom, 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 and she's New York. And then, boom, she's Tiffany.
Mm-hmm.
So sweet, so personable, like, amazing person. I love her.
I love seeing you on Dragula.
Oh!
I thought it was such a cool addition to the show because for me, I wouldn't necessarily say that you are a complete monster girly. And I think that that's also what some of the fandom was saying too, like when you first were announced and stuff, like, why isn't she on, you know, Drag Race? Like, why is she on Dragula? I would love to know from you, like, why did you decide to do Dragula? And like, what was that whole experience like?
Well, when I got the opportunity to be on Dragula, I was like, well, I had never auditioned for Dragula or Drag Race before. And so when I got the opportunity to be on Dragula, I was just like, okay, let's see because honestly, like, deep down inside, I am a monster. You know, I may not look like a monster on the outside, but deep down inside, I am a monster. And I'm a very alternative girl. Like, people that grew up with me, they would tell you, like, even all my friends, it was like, oh, that was like a perfect choice for you. But the experience was absolutely amazing. Like, I went into Dragula and like when I was there, people looked at me like mother and stuff like that. But I was just like a little kid in the candy store because I was surrounded by so many amazing artists. I mean, like, my mouth was to the floor. Like, it was literally to the floor there. I was learning stuff from everybody. We had a good time. It was an amazing run. I feel like I did what needed to be done. I was happy with my placement. I don't feel like I should have won. I know, like, some people feel like I should have won, and I love y'all. Thank you to my fans. But honestly, my sister Neo, she whooped our ass. I had an amazing time, like, to be there with the Boulay brothers and, like, to be on a season where it was like, I feel like season 5 was the crossover.
That was the AMC, yeah.
Yeah, we had AMC, we had the studio, we were the first season to have the stage and everything. So, like, it was an amazing run, and I learned a lot from being on that show. And, you know, glamour is a part of the show. So you're going to have some girls go on there that are glamour girls, and they might not be monsters like y'all want them to be monsters, but we are monsters. Yeah. And glamour gets in too.
Yeah.
Glamour gets in too, honey.
I mean, your looks and everything, you could tell from your looks. Like, you know, you added the element of the monster to it, but you were always fucking beautiful. Like,
I gave them what I wanted to present. Yep. Like, going on the show, I didn't want to go on there and do something that people were not used to seeing me do, because then I would be, that would be me being fake.
Yeah.
You know, I went on there as Fantasia, and I applied Fantasia to the challenge. And, you know, some of the challenges they loved, some of them they didn't. But at the end of the day, I had fun, and I don't regret anything on there. I learned a lot. And honestly, I love my season. I love my season 5 girlies. I love the Boulay brothers and all the production, everything. I had fun. I don't have anything negative to say. Like, I had fun, and I feel like with my placement, I got to show off all of my looks, except for, like, the top 3. I got to show off all my looks, so I was happy. I was totally happy.
A lot of fans were happy. And it was so great seeing, because it was one thing, you know, to see you on Hot Haus. It's another thing to see you in more of the working competition element of, like, you know, designing, crafting, doing challenges. I want to know, when you walk on the main stage and you're showing off your outfit, what music is playing? Is there anything playing? Because the music, you know, it's always like that.
Yeah, no. There's music playing. I think it's like always kind of, it be like the same music, but yeah, there's music playing. Unless they have to mark something then it'll be quiet. But like, being that we were the first season to be like in the studio and stuff, it was like, stop and go, redo. Like we had to keep going on, and then like they had to turn the table, and then like we had to balance ourselves out to make sure like that it was so. But it was amazing. It was amazing. It was different though, because like you said, I did pageant. Pageant is about the glamour, you know, and then I did Hot Haus. That was sex positive, body positivity, all that, and then I went to being a monster, like with Dragula. And honestly, like, I didn't think about like whether I was gonna do Dragula first or do Drag Race first. Like, I didn't look at it like that. I was just like, okay, you know, like, I'm honestly, every opportunity I get, I'm gonna take it. You know, I'm gonna take it, long as it's not making me look stupid on, you know, television, or somebody trying to sabotage me. I'm gonna take it. I like to be in the camera. I love reality television, and I don't know. Who knows? I might audition for Drag Race.
I think you should.
Yeah, because a lot of people are like, oh, why did you do Dragula first? I'm like, baby, you know, it is what it is. But hopefully when I audition, I get on the show.
You can just do a reverse J. Jolie.
Right.
Yeah. And then
hopefully I'll be the first girl to do a little crossover.
Yeah, I think you should.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Would you ever do like Titans, or would you ever consider anything like that?
That all depends. I mean, like, if I audition for Drag Race and I don't get on there or whatever case may be, then that means I have more time and like I'm not under a contract or whatever. So then I probably will be able to do Titans and stuff. I don't know. Like, I really don't know. I just don't know like where the future is going to take me. So I can't really say like, I mean, I would say yes, I would. If the opportunity presented itself, I would do Titans. But we'll see.
So you're known for your high energy performances and your unapologetic confidence. What's the wildest thing to happen to you while performing?
Oh, I would have to say, when I started at Palace, at the Old Palace, Hugh Hefner walked past my show, during my show. I was doing the Mary J. Blige, and that's why I don't want saying I love you. And it's a video, and he's walking right past through my show. And I'm out there in a little swimsuit and a big, yes. I think that's probably what's the wildest thing that happened.
That's crazy.
Yep.
R.I.P. But that's insane.
R.I.P. Yeah.
As someone who has broken barriers, what advice would you give to young trans performers who may not be seeing themselves represented?
Create your own lane. If you don't fit into their lane, create your own. That's what I did. I when people told me that no, I'm like, yes. When they say, oh, you shouldn't do that, yes, I should. Oh, you shouldn't be this, yes, I should. Create your own lane. Because guess what? When you create your own lane, trust me, then you have so many other people out there that feel like you feel. And then now you create this lane for not only yourself, but for other artists, for other trans girls. So many people like feel like they don't fit in. And I'm like, you do fit in. And when you don't feel like you don't fit into their narrative of what they want you to be, create your own, baby.
Yeah. But I will ask you, when it comes down to, if you do get a no, if you do get a door slammed in your face, that amount of hurt can hurt.
Yeah.
And it may want you to stop. But how did you, when somebody would say no, how did you make the maneuver?
It inspired me to keep going. Like, trust me, the no, it does hurt. But after you get done crying, after you get done being sad about it, it just pushes me to be like, okay, well, let's try a different path. Let's try a different way. Let's go around and like something can be done. Something can always be done. But that no, it does hurt. Like, I've been told no so many times. There have been times that people, don't feature like my drag or feature like, who I am or like stuff like that. But, some kind of way it always come back around.
Yeah.
And those same people now are like, oh, you want to work? Or, oh, this, or, oh, you doing this inspired me to do that, or you doing this inspired me to do this and stuff. And, I don't look at it like I'm a very humble person. So like, honestly, I take it all in and be like, keep going, girl. That's why you have to keep doing it.
Yeah.
That's why you have to keep doing it, because you never know who you're touching. You never know who's watching. You never know who's inspired by what you do,
Do you have people who come up to you or like send you messages and stuff?
All the time. Honestly, when I'm out all the time, like I have trans girls come up to me, biological women come up to me. Cause like now, like, especially like the brunches and stuff, like most of it is like straight people. And just to hear so many of the straight women that come up to me and tell them how my confidence give them confidence, it makes me so happy. It makes even when like the young trans girls, even the queer guys and stuff like that. Honestly, it's such a touching feeling to know that what you're doing is inspiring, and what you're doing is making people feel like they can wake up the next day and feel better about themselves. It makes me happy.
It should make you happy.
It makes me really happy because, I look at it like everything that I've been through, it was for a reason. And I don't regret any of it. I wouldn't change it for nothing, because it made me who I am today. And I feel like that's the bigger picture out of everything.
Yeah. Do you feel any pressure from it? Like when girls do come up and they're like, saying, oh, you inspired me, or, oh, I really like your confidence, or whatever. Do you feel pressure to maintain that?
No, because at the end of the day, this is not a fake persona. It's who I really am as a person. Like when the lights go off, this is who I am. Like this is who I've always been. And like, I'm that socialite. I'm that, person that's just naturally funny, just a good time. And yeah, like it's just naturally who I am. It's not something that I just put on like, for the shows and stuff. I feel like that's when the pressure comes on, but it's just who I am.
Cause it's like, it's not a persona to you. Like
no,
it's just you as an individual.
No, it's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so some fan questions came in. I do want to
Okay.
ask you some of these because the fans were there. What did you think of the Atlantis cruise?
Oh my gosh. If you've never been on an Atlantis cruise, you have to go. Okay. So you're surrounded by, okay. First of all, I've been on the Atlantis cruise, I think like 3 years in a row. I work on the Caribbean one, which is the biggest one. So my first time going, it was like, oh, you're going on a gay cruise. And, you know, I've seen pictures, I've seen videos and stuff, but like, just, you're surrounded by 5,000 gay men, mostly.
Yeah.
That alone right there is just enough. And honestly, my first time on there, I was Gagiana.
Yeah.
Because you got all the theme parties, you got all these men walking around in jock scrabs and like all kind of like it's wild. A floating resort full of like gays.
Like, what do you think was the coolest thing that you saw?
I think that just seeing so many queer people from all around the world in one spot having a good time. Like, I think that that's the main thing. Like, you know, it's almost like, you know, having pride, but like for 7 days, like around these people. And you don't even meet all the people that's on the cruise, but like when you go to it and you see how creative everybody get for the parties and like how they decorate the doors and like all the different costumes and just everybody's just having a good time. Nobody's there to judge. Nobody cares about how you look. It's somebody there for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I love about it. It's somebody there for everybody. You're gonna like it's all kind of people there. You all kind of nationalities. We all there together at one time, partying, having a good time, drinking, just having a good time.
You say it like that, and it really like opened up something for me because it's like you can live in a city and you can know the whole, you know, LGBT community. You can know every single person, and you're used to one way of life. Seeing different cities or different people from all over the world, all in one place, who are gay, who have different experiences than what your community has. That's crazy.
And then like I've even had like people come up to me on a cruise like we never met a trans woman before. Like we never met a trans woman. We never, you know, it's just so crazy. You just never know people from all kind of different parts of the world that never even experienced something like this before. So I think that that's the joyous part about the Atlantis cruise, because at that moment for those 7 days, we don't care what's going on in our life. We don't care what's going on like politically. Like we're just there at that moment to have a good time. And it's wow. And the Caribbean one is the biggest one.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, you have like the others, you know, things that go on there that, you know, you have to go on it to see it. But it's just a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you like cruises? Like just in general?
I do. I love cruises. When I was younger, my granny took us on, I think I went on a cruise with my granny, but my first cruise was the one when I went viral. That was just a whole crazy part because I was not even expecting that. Like, I went.
How did it happen?
Okay, so my friend Sebastian and I, one of my close friends, Sebastian, we went on a cruise, and you know, I said, "Oh, I'm gonna go on a cruise as Fish. You know, I'm not taking no drag, no nothing. I'm just going on there as Latavia, and we're gonna have a good time." Well, they had unlimited drinks. That was the first. That was the first thing.
Yeah.
And then we had met some other cool people from Florida or whatever. And so they were having this competition for the ladies, a little dance off. And then like once the people that we got acquainted with, it was like 2 days went by, they figured that like I was a showgirl. They found out I was a showgirl and all that. So when she heard the competition, she's like, go do it. I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. Like I'm good. And I had one more drink and then I was like, I just went out there and I I didn't even think that it was going to go viral. I was just out there having a good time because that's me.
Yeah.
That's literally me. I am a silly person like that. I just went out there, had a good time, and the whole cruise ship went crazy. And I won the competition. So I was Miss Norwegian. I'm like, so of course that made me feel cunt because you had everybody. And then at that moment, people did not know that I was trans, anything. Just, like, hey, Miss Norwegian. You had all the guys, all the, women, like, hey, Miss Norwegian, the whole time. And then we got off the cruise. I went to sleep. The next day I woke up to my phone going, wow.
Stop.
Go in, wow. So some lady on the cruise posted it, and that's how it went viral. I mean, it just went I had celebrities, posting it. What's the TV show, where they review like, funny videos,
Which one? Ridiculousness or the?
They have me on. They used my video on that. It's that video is just still circulating to this day. I didn't think that was gonna happen. I honestly did. I just having a good time.
That's so crazy.
And then after that, it's like people like, are you the girl from the cruise? This is before I was even on any television show. Then it was like, are you the girl from the cruise? Everywhere I go, are you the girl from the cruise? So that was wild. But I do love cruises.
Next fan question. What is on your current music playlist?
I would have to say it's Katy Perry. Because I love doing that mix. Morgan James, call my name. I got a little bit of Lady Gaga going on right now. Sabrina Carpenter, some Kesha, some gospel, some jazz. I listen to everything. So yeah, there's a little bit of everything on my playlist right now.
What about streaming? Do you watch anything?
Like far as like movies?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just watched Megan 2.0.
What'd you think of that?
It was really good. You have to see that. I saw Jurassic Park like 2 weeks ago. I love that. I saw The Secrets We Keep. That's on Netflix. That's a good one. I'm a documentary.
Okay, wait. What kinds?
Like, serial killers.
Okay.
Like, First 48. Like, I love documentaries like that. I wouldn't say like I'm obsessed because I know that sounds like crazy to be like, oh, I'm obsessed with but yeah, I watch a lot of those.
I recently watched the Tylenol one.
Yes, I watched that one
and
too.
I don't know why, but I knew everything about it, but just watching it and then just being like, oh my gosh. And then I left and I was like, did that man do it? Did he not do it?
Yeah.
Was this all planned? I was like, this is crazy.
Did you see the cruise ship one? With the
poop cruise?
I saw that one too. That one was wild. I was like, oh my God, what if, I was like, oh, if that happened to me, I would be so devastated, like to just be out in the middle of the ocean and with no power, no nothing. And like,
you can't use the bathroom.
It's hot. You can't use the bathroom. You have to like, poop in a bag. Like that's crazy. But
you're talking about the one that the girl went missing.
When the girl went missing. What do you think about that?
Okay.
What do you think? Do you think that she's still alive?
I don't know. So I went on like a Reddit deep hunt about this. So long story short, you haven't watched it. I don't know what the title is. It's on Netflix.
Her name is Amy.
Yes. It's like What Happened to Amy.
What Happened to Amy. Something.
Yeah. So this lady, she was 23 years old and she went on a cruise with her parents and then she just magically disappeared. And there's these like theories and everything about it. So I went on Reddit and I guess that I don't know if it's her brother or something. They said that they didn't put this in the documentary. But the night that she was last seen, everybody went to dinner. And as she was leaving dinner, she was talking to two ladies that were in like these black garments. And she was talking to them for a long time. And she seemed like kind of like listening to what they were saying. And I guess that her mom and dad like went to say goodnight to her and went up and were like, oh, like, like good night. We'll see you tomorrow. And the two ladies kind of ignored. And then I guess the dock that they were docking in is where there's also a Scientology cruise ship. And so the black uniforms that the ladies were wearing are apparently some sect of the Church of Scientology. And Church of Scientology cruise has been known to, quote unquote, kidnap people or to get people to be like, hey, come look at our cruise ship while they're at the dock. Come see how beautiful this thing is. And then they kind of like take them and leave, and then they make them do like forced labor and stuff. I have no idea how true this is, but that's what the brother was saying. He believes that it's like a sect of Scientology. And I found that very interesting.
It's just so crazy. Okay, because the brother was the last person to see her.
Mhm.
She was on the balcony laid out. Of course, we have the videos of her at the club,
Mhm.
her with the, with the guy and all that. But then they was like, she got off the ship to go look to get drugs.
Mhm.
And then that's when, like, whatever. But I believe she's alive. I really believe that she's been, like, trafficked.
So, yeah.
Like sex trafficked.
Because I can believe that too.
Because the people say that, but then I also see people say like, oh, back in the day, during that age, a lot of like women had that haircut, so it could be people think that they saw her. But when the guy on the beach say that he saw her with the bass player, like, and then
and then when they talked to the bass player, his daughter, whatever called, and then he was like, I've been to beaches, don't know what beach. Like I was like,
yeah, I don't know. I feel a lot of different ways about that, but that's a good one.
I also thought it was crazy that the bass player's daughter wanted to be involved. I was like,
but at that time, she was like
a little baby,
a baby. So it's like now all of a sudden, years later, you want to be involved. Like that was I was
that
like,
was a little fishy.
I was like, why did they even put her on there? Like I feel like she shouldn't even been a part of it. But yeah, that's a crazy one.
That was a
y'all
good
have
one.
to watch that.
I love the aspect.
And then I'm like, could she have fallen over?
Could she have jumped?
Her shoes are still on the porch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, still on the balcony. So it's like, if she did get off, why is her shoes still here?
Because then I was like, okay, well, then there was the whole lesbian thing. Like she had just like recently come out. Her parents weren't accepting.
Yeah.
And then it was like she had that girl that she was dating, and then she was sending her the letters. And then I was like, my boyfriend was like, I think she was dealing with a lot. She committed suicide. I was like, I don't know.
Well,
you wouldn't write the letter. You wouldn't write the letter.
And she was a little kitty that night.
Yeah.
I mean, they say she had like beers and stuff. And then the guy was like, well, if she fell over, some piece of her would have washed ashore. So it's just, I don't know. And I love stuff like that. It just keeps me like wondering like, what?
Okay. Well, here's another one.
Can you
While we're at
imagine
it.
if she just appears out of nowhere?
I think she should. It should just be like an unexpected YouTube like vlog. Hi guys, my name's Amy.
That would be wow. That would be wow.
Who do you think killed John Benet Ramsey?
Who?
The little pageant girl?
Oh.
Who?
Did
Did you watch any of those documentaries?
I watch that one? Wait, that's with the parents, like,
Yeah.
and the dad and the mom,
And like they came home from Christmas, and then like she was like strangled with a rope. They found her in the basement. It was like in 1997.
yeah, I don't think I watched all of that one.
Yeah, I think you should do
I
that
gotta
too.
watch that
Yeah,
one.
you gotta watch that one too.
Yeah, I don't think I watched so many of them.
Yeah, that you
sometimes
just
I forget because I watched so many documentaries, but I don't think that I watched that one. I would have knew the details.
When things are unsolved, it really like freaks me out.
Yeah, same. Because I want it to be solved. I want it to be an ending.
I think that like I would love for things to be solved like 2 months after I see the documentary.
Yeah.
So then that way I could be like, oh my gosh, like here's the follow up. Yes, I was right or I was wrong. But
what do you think about the Menendez brothers?
in what aspect?
Do you believe they were like sexually abused and stuff by their father, and that's what made them do it? Or do you think that it was like for the money, or like, do you believe that they should be released? Do you feel like they've done their time? And
I think this is a very interesting take, but I think that a lot of times when we are younger in our teen years, there are things that we do not fully understand or comprehend, and we don't know what the aspect of life is yet. And I don't know how, from what I've seen and from the documentaries that I've watched, it seems like that their family relationship was pretty rocky, and like to have their aunts and uncles come out and basically be like, yeah, they came and, you know, there was the whole like, was it like drinking like wasn't there like a drinking, I don't want to say drinking cum or something, but there was like some weird shit that his dad made him do.
Yeah.
There was something.
It was that.
Yeah.
Because he was telling how
Oh, he had that mouth like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so when there are other corroborating stories from family members, then I started being like, okay, maybe they were being abused.
Yeah.
Maybe one of them had enough and literally coerced the other brother to help out. And I mean, I do believe they should be released.
I do too.
I'm like,
I truly believe that that the dad did sexually abuse them,
Mhm.
and then it turned like, you know, sometimes like when something like that happens to you for so many years, then you end up being the abuser because then the brother end up becoming the abuser. And I believe like their brothers was in love with each other.
I could see that.
I do feel like that it became to a point where the brothers were in love with each other, and that the dad was still, you know, abusing the other brother, and then yeah,
It just popped off.
and it popped off, yeah. And then they went on like that splurge just out of like being numb.
Yeah.
Like, okay, like we, you know, like they literally blew their parents' head off. So I think they just went like a blank.
Yeah.
And they just, but I do feel like, of course, killing is not the answer, but sometimes people feel like that's the only way out.
Yeah.
And they have family members that say that they were being abused.
Yeah. And that's the thing too. Like, you know, when there's the confirmation there and there's people now that are coming out and saying, I'm like, yeah, they should be let go, because also we have fucking like Casey Anthony who got off. Like, you have people that like, you killed a baby. I'm sorry. You killed a baby and we know you killed your baby. Like,
Right. So I do believe that they should be released.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was that I went and I watched so when I do those documentaries like that, like Jeffrey Dahmer, like Ted Bundy, all that, I go and I watch
all of them,
all the YouTube,
yes,
all the documentaries. I just be like, oh my gosh, because these those, especially like those type of people, like these are normal people that walk around you normally in the day, like working in the office, doing all this stuff, but then at nighttime they're killing.
That's
or
the crazy part. The crazy part. Did you wait? Okay, one more. And then did you watch the one where it was, I think it was like in the 80s or 90s, and it was this gay man who was having the people come over to like his pool, and then he was having like 19, 20-year-old guys. He would like find them at gay clubs. He was a straight individual or something, and he'd like have them come over, and he had like this big lavish house, and they went to the house, and then they brought the guy that they thought, you know, killed everybody, and he was like very creepy and very weird, and then he was like sitting in a chair and the pool was like behind him, and he was like, "You think I did it? Well, maybe I did." Did you see that one?
Is that the clown?
No, wasn't.
That's not the one with the clown. Because there's the one with the clown. He would dress like a clown and stuff.
I know which one you're talking about. Yeah. No, It wasn't that one.
I don't think
I'll give you that.
Yeah,
that one was really,
that one.
That was interesting because he was, I may be mixing two together, which I'll give you both of them after, but there was one where it was a straight individual. Oh, the other one was a straight individual who was married, and he had like gay flings and stuff, and he would kill them and like bury them in his backyard.
That's was that that's John
Wayne Gacy?
Yeah. That's him. And would bury them under the pits and be having barbecues with all the people from the city hall and all that, and then the whole time you got people buried under the house, buried under the fire pit. You having a whole barbecue, but there's a whole body under there. And that was crazy. And the whole time the wife was in there the whole time. He would bring them to the house.
Do you think we still have serial killers today?
I just feel like now with technology and like cameras being everywhere, I feel like, I don't know. I don't know. I think that we do, but I don't think it's that easy to get away with murder now.
And I also think that a lot of victims and people that, like, nowadays, everybody has a social media. Everybody knows, like, at least there's, like, you may have, like, 50, 100 friends on Instagram. Like, people do keep up.
That's why I was like, it would have to be, like, a little small town or something like that where it's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, like, There's cameras everywhere, like you said, social media, like everything.
That's crazy. Well, as we were closing on this out, I do want to ask you, documentary wise, if a documentary is made about your life, what do you think you would want for it to like showcase or to be like?
Like I know a lot of times I talk about my life and like where I came from, and like, so I would want it to like actually like showcase the parts of it that people don't quite get, like from the beginning to like where I'm at now, like actually see it, because there's so many things like that I can verbally say, but until you like see it, and like, you know, it'll be different. Yeah.
Well, as we close all this out, I want to know from you what's coming down the pipeline. What are your goals and your dreams? Like, you've done so much shit. What do you want to do next? Like, you talked about the book, you talked about the potential, like you want to do a documentary one day, but like, what do you want to do now?
I want to continue doing reality television, but I want to be a movie star.
Yeah.
I want to be a Broadway star. Like, I want to, like, honestly, like, next year is going to be a lot of burlesque for me. Now that I'm in Vegas, one of my dreams is to either, like, headline my own, like, show here, or to, like, be a part of Dee Devante's show. I went and saw it for the first time, and I was like, oh, cause she has like so many different acts, so many different body sizes, so many different, you know, shades and everything. And I would love to be like up there with her, doing that. But honestly, I do have like some other stuff coming out with Out TV, this year, Daddy TV. I got another show coming out with them. Yeah, but I really want to like headline my own show here. Now that I'm in Vegas and I'm a Las Vegas showgirl, I would love to headline my own show here. I do want to eventually like do my book. I want to be a movie star. I want to be on some movies. Like, I want to be featured. I would love to like play Betty Boop or Jessica Rabbit in a Broadway play. Like, I would love to do something like that, or be cast for like one of the big Broadways and stuff like that. I'm about to start back taking vocal lessons because I want to like start singing more, because I had my one woman show in Mexico for a month, which went amazing. I sung live for that. And yeah, I just want to continue to just be visible, be great, and just tap more into like television. Yeah, I'm really having like maybe it'll be on Big Brother or like Survivor, Naked and Afraid. Do
you think? Because I always say like
Traitors.
I love Survivor. I love watching. I love the competitions. I'm a big escape room person. Like, I'm on the spectrum. So like, one big autistic trait of mine is I've done like almost 200 escape rooms in the U.S.
Yeah.
So anything competition wise, I'm like, give me that. I want to be holding. I want to be doing. But I don't think I could sleep in the desert. Not the desert, but like the jungle. Like I that freaks me. It doesn't freak me out. I get scared that I'm going to be too hot.
I would love it.
Yeah?
I would love it. It's a challenge. Like, yeah, so I would love to like be on like a Netflix series or something like that. Yeah, that's kind of like where I want to go. I want to do more television, but also like I said, now that I'm in Vegas and now that I'm established here, because for so long, a lot of people didn't even know I was here. They just said Miami, but yes, I am now in Vegas. And yeah, I would love to like feature my own show here.
It'd be awesome.
So
what does that take to be able to get like to feature your own show? Like, how do you go about maneuvering?
I think it's just the connections. Yeah. I think it's the connections, a lot of like auditioning and just put yourself out there, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe I come meet up with the right people and it happens, or maybe when Dee Devante's might have auditions, I can go audition and be on her show. Yeah, but I want to take my one woman show like on the road.
That'd be cool.
That's what I want to do. I want to like perfect it more, and I want to take that on the road and travel with that and going around.
I see so much coming for you. And I am so happy that you sat down here with me. We had a good chat.
Thank you.
I'm going to be sending you now documentaries, and we're going to be
we're
going to be literally
everybody send me documentaries. I love documentaries. I love watching it, but I'm always grateful to sit down and chat and like, just hear, like, just be raw.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I am. Like, you don't have to be like, oh, this persona. Like, no, I just like to tell it raw. This is how it is, and this how it's going to be.
I love it.
I love it.
Where can everybody find you on the social medias?
You can find me on Instagram, Fantasia Royale Gaga, Facebook. If you type Fantasia Royale, it'll lead you to my Facebook. My Facebook is Latavia Golson. TikTok, Fantasia Royale Gaga. X, Twitter X, Fantasia Gaga. Yeah. I don't have any dating apps or anything, so you can't find me on any of that stuff. But also you can catch me at Piranha and Gypsy Las Vegas. That is my home bar, where I'm at now. I'm there Thursday through Saturday, sometimes other days of the week with a fabulous cast. I'm there with Chanel. I'm there with Alexis Mateo, and we have sick-neck entertainers that work there. So if you're ever in Vegas, you can catch me there, or you can catch me in a city near you, because baby, I'm always everywhere. Where's the body? She's everywhere. Yes. But yeah, that's where you can catch me at.
Well, I'm going to catch you tonight at Piranha.
Yes, I'll be there tonight.
Well, thank you so much for being here, Fantasia.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I hope that my story touched someone out there, and I love you guys. I really do. Thank you.
Until next time, I'm Joseph Shepard. Make sure to hit the like button down below, comment, subscribe, do all that. Let us know your favorite part of the interview. And like Fantasia said, if you see her out and she inspired you, come up to her and say hi. Don't be afraid.
Yeah, you don't have to be afraid. Please come say hi. Buy me a tequila shot. But yeah, most definitely I am a very approachable person. I'm not one of those girls that be like, I be at the afters talking to people till 7 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, just come up and say hi.
Bye guys.
Bye.